Well, welcome back to the 2025 season. Can you believe it? This is my first cast. I've literally just cast the line out here. This is the first cast of the season, and it's still March, so a bit early yet. I never do very well early by and large, but in saying that, today feels like a good day for trout fishing, so you know, for a March day, so it's got to be worth a wee punt. And I just came to this loch because I'm unfit and I didn't see me making it much further, so this is only a few yards from the road, and a quick cast. I'm fishing a new fly designed by John Maclean, called the Shawboss Shrimp on the top, and currently I have the Barvis Crippler on the point. I think everybody probably knows about the Barvis Crippler now. I think it's really taken off. So, managed to hook a fish. Can't believe it. First fish of the year, and it's on the Shawboss Shrimp, which, like I say, is a new fly. It's a tiny wee fish, which is sort of what I expect in this loch. So they do go a wee bit, if I let you see it, they do go a wee bit bigger than that, but nonetheless. So that's the first fish to the Shawboss Shrimp. Like I say, it's a new pattern from John, and this is, as far as I know, this is the first time it's been in the water, so it's done well on a March day. So John seems to have a few flies now named after places on Lewis. We have a grass grabber, a Shawboss Shrimp, and a Barvis Crippler. Like I say, the Barvis Crippler has made quite a name for itself, seems to be doing really well for a lot of people. And although I've lost salmon on it, I've never landed a salmon on one, though it looks like it would be a decent salmon fly. But when you put it on, the trout just seem to go mad for it, you know. So I'm going to try and keep moving along a bit. This, I don't imagine, will be a long video or a big fishing trip, but the point is to get the kettle on or the stove on and get the tea and the banana and get the first cast of the season. And I've already had the first fish, can you believe it? So if I kind of want to try and beetle up to the far end of this loch for a wee cast there, in my experience it has fished a bit better in recent years, but there's also bits of it where I've never had or seen a fish, so I'll obviously be interested in giving them a wee explore. So I might keep beetling along, you know, fairly speedily here. That was a wee touch, I'm pretty certain. try putting the flies in the same sort of area again, just in case it might come up back, you know. Yeah, so I'm trying to decide whether I just walk for the far end now and work my way back, or whether I sort of work my way along towards the far end. But I think I'll try and at least make up some distance, go along a bit before I have the next cast. The top end of the loch will be a wee bit more exposed, I think, today in the wind, and it may be that I decide that the more sheltered bit makes more sense, just this early in the season and whatnot, you know. So I've walked along a wee bit, and just another wee throw here, I think. Especially while I've got a wee bit of cloud, you know, because sometimes the wee bit of cloud can help you. Don't know, we'll see. There we go. Bits of heather. You forget about this, you see, when you're not fishing. You forget, I'll be tangled in every piece of heather for miles around. One straight piece of heather, and it has every tangling facility available to man. That's the way they are. Another piece of heather with every tangle facility available to man. So, how do they do this? No. There we go. So I've just come to the other side of the wee stony mound. Just a wee cast here. And then I'll move around a bit further. And then I would say it'll soon be tea time. Because I haven't had the tea and the banana beside the loch for a while, so that's really the important factor here, you know. Well, you can't beat it. First cup of tea and banana of the year, at least out on the loch. And I've also had a wee fish. Hard to believe it's the 2025 season. I'm still back about, 1983 or something. So a bit of catching up to do, But well, a lovely day, like for March. It's not particularly cold, compared to what it can be in March. And I saw a wee olive there that had obviously hatched. So that's unusual for this time of year as well, But it's just fantastic to be back out and to get a cast. So I'm in my element. I'm enjoying myself, And I'll have a cast a bit further along this bank once I've had my tea. And what's not to like about that either? Tomorrow's to be a miserable day. And you can see the high clouds starting to come, it's to rain solid all day. So it might be a busy enough day tomorrow, So this will probably be my only fishing outing for a wee while again. And you just make the best of what you can get this time of year, But hopefully once we get to the end of April, I'll be out a bit more. And maybe there'll be a few more videos. And there might be a few between now and then. So stand by your beds, Ah, well, best cup of tea ever. That's a good cast. So I've had my wee cup of tea, and I'll have a cast along here. Now, there's weed beds along here in places. Now, I don't know what they're like just at the minute, because obviously they die back a bit in the winter. So I might end up hooked in the weed beds. Also, obviously the loch's quite high with it being just the tail end of the winter. We might just be in the spring, actually. I'm trying to think, would this be the 21st or 22nd of March? Maybe it might be. So we might just be in the spring. But give it a wee belt along here, and then we'll see how that goes. And go around the corner a wee bit, maybe. Providing I don't end up into the weed beds. I'm still on the shawboss shrimp and the Barvis crippler. And the shawboss shrimp amazingly has had a fish for me, so quite first fish of the season, and the first fish that I know of to the shawboss shrimp, because like I say, it's a new fly. So. Boogie along a step. So I thought I'll work along this wee bit of bank, see how this goes, and see how much further round I go, you know. And just give it a wee quick run. I changed the point fly from the Barvis Crippler to the Gress Grabber, just to work through all the villages on Lewis. So I put it on the point because after the first fish I moved earlier on, I haven't had much action, but it's March, you know. So, and although it's a good day for trout, it is still March. So I'm continuing with the DJI Action 5 Pro camera, which is the one I've got in my chest at the minute, and we'll see how the pictures out of it go. As you know, I wasn't very happy with the pictures last season out of it. I've made some minor adjustments to the settings to see if that helps, but I think the picture still can't match the GoPro, you know. But the convenient thing about it is I can attach microphones and stuff to it wirelessly, so it's a user convenience thing rather than, I suppose, a picture quality thing is the reason why I'm keeping using it. Because I did try the Insta360 as well. What was it called? I can't remember. Ace Pro. But the pictures out of it were really terrible. So I don't know, but we'll see how we go with the DJI this year, you know. I can't match the pictures to my GoPro at all. I can't get the two sets of cameras to look anything similar. And the DJI is very, very blue, no matter what I do with it. And I know the GoPros tend to be a bit warm, you know, they tend to be a wee bit towards the reds. But you would have thought you could have adjusted it, but there's something really strange about the DJI that I just can't make it look like anything else on earth, you know. And I hear rumours that they're going to replace it with a version 6 like really soon, so I guess they're not desperately happy with it either, in view of the fact that they're replacing it. I moved a fish. Now I felt them and saw their eyes, but I just didn't get on them at all, you know. Try. Oh well, it wasn't a good cast. I mean, try putting a fly in the same general area a couple of times just in case, but the fact that I felt them, the chances of them coming back are pretty slim. No, I'm not 100% sure if that was a fish or maybe a wee bit of weed that time, but the earlier one was definitely a fish because I felt it and saw it, you know. Oh well, bit of excitement. Because I'm sort of mindful that there is weed out here, you know. I should probably have been casting along the shore a lot more, because the way this bank is, it drops down about, 18 inches or a foot onto like a stony, that moved the fish as well, onto like a stony gravelly bottom. So it's possible the fish are all just lying, like I'm casting away out here and the fish are lying in under my own bank, Oh well, I failed to hook that one. However, that's 3 fish have moved in the last 10 minutes or so, maybe less. So let's go up and try another cast into this wee bit of the wave here, just in case there's more than one fish here, because I'm thinking it was the same fish I moved twice, but of course it could have been 2 different fish. I'm just keep moving along here again, recast into this wee wave, just in case anything's lying in the wave. There might be a few wee flies getting blown off the ground, I don't know. There's always a chance, So I think I may go on to the next wee point. You see this one over to my left? I don't know if you can see it. Just to have gone that far, and then might be time to head back towards the car kind of thing, because these March days are only a quick run out, really, aren't they? And I suspect you get an hour or two in the afternoon or around lunchtime, and that's about it. I'm stood on the line. There we go. Right, I think I'll have another wee walk. Just round the corner onto that sticky out bit for the purposes. That was a wee fish, So I've come along another wee bit for another wee cast, I suppose. Hadn't meant to come this far along, but you know the way. With it being such a nice day, you just kind of keep on the move. Sometimes, early in the season like that, I'm sort of thinking, I wonder, should I put a sink tip on, and go down a bit, because the loch is pretty high, so there should be a good depth of water in a lot of places. But I have an intermediate tip on, as I mostly do, just enough to take the flies off the surface, really. Not really what you'd call enough to sink it, Now that moved a fish. Oh, he dropped. Oh dear. I saw him move. And then he came again. Definitely he came twice. And then he dropped off. What can you do? That was in the same place. Wouldn't be at all surprised if it wasn't the same fish, you know. It's tiny, tiny wee fish though. Previous one felt maybe a wee bit bigger than that, but even so. And again, he's on the shawboss shrimp, the latest and greatest. So there he is, a wee tiny fish, second fish of the season, and off he goes. We'll just tidy up and then I'll move along a wee bit. I think that's my plan. I think I'm going to need the hat and the sunglasses soon. Moved another fish. I changed the fly on the point from the grass grabber to one of John's Connemara black. That was another pull. One of John's Connemara black patterns, because he does an excellent Connemara black, sort of a bit of a variant, and I think this one might count as a sort of half hog Connemara black variant, but I find it very effective indeed. And it has got me a fair few fish, so I've hit on the point, and this one here is on the shawboss shrimp again. So the shawboss shrimp is shrimping rightly. Oh, he's hooked a bit deep. I think I'll need the, let's see, maybe not. There we got him. Okay, so just put him back, just a wee fish, but again, lovely wee fella. Now I'm just packling about a bit. That moved the fish as well. I saw it but I didn't feel it, so might be worth covering that wee spot again. Well, what a glorious evening, you know, for March. I don't think I ever remember such a decent day for trout in March. I mean, I'm sure there have been, but I don't think I can remember one. It feels more like like a September day or something, you know, you feel like you're in with a chance. So, a few wee fish, quite a few moved and not hooked, and I find that, you know, sometimes you get days like that, so not too unusual. And a few on the bank, all wee, but that's what I expected in here. And I think that'll do me for today, because I have to walk back. Not far, but well, when you've sat about all winter, you know, I'll not be going at high speed. But what a glorious evening.